A huge moment of clarity for me this year was when a divine spiritual coach and mentor I was working with, Shanae Brown, said, "Do not gaslight yourself when it comes to your spiritual connection." As the spiritual and manifestation world has become, I guess, a little bit more mainstream, I say that in quotation marks, I can't help but to feel that we think that our spiritual connection or those moments of spiritual connection actually should be something so much bigger or more profound than they actually are. And the reason I wanted to share this with you today is that a few months ago, I attended a retreat with my beautiful, beautiful friends, Davina and Tash. It was hosted in Byron Bay, one of my favorite places where I actually got married and met my husband. It was such a beautiful experience and one that my soul truly needed. It was like a coming home to self, and it probably gave me the confidence to share more of my beliefs and my learnings when it comes to mindset and spirituality. One of the experiences we actually did on the retreat was a tea ceremony. I literally had no idea what I was going into. When we arrived, the lady hosting it said that we'd be drinking tea in silence. 1 whole hour in silence. She said ancestors often visit these sessions and people have huge transformations. When we finished, I walked back to dinner with one of the girls who shared her experience with me. She told me she thought her mum was present, but she wasn't sure what to think about it. We then embarked on a really deep and vulnerable conversation about her personal loss and how she was just craving spiritual connection with her family. She shared some of the moments, and I said, "I have to tell you this. This is something my spiritual mentor said to me. Do not gaslight yourself. You have to have spiritual self-trust." She said to me that in the breathwork session earlier that day, she could see her dad's face. And in the tea ceremony, she felt her mum's presence. And then that night at dinner, she got an affirmation card at her seat that was a very clear and beautiful message from her mum. These are all moments of deep spiritual connection. Trust these moments. They don't have to make sense to anyone except for you. My beautiful new friend said to me after our conversation, "Oh wow, I'm so much more in tune than I ever have given myself credit for." And I want you to remember that, because the more that we lean in, the more that you trust the signs, trust the messages, the moments, the more beautiful and regular these moments will actually become. They often start really small and subtle, but they become bigger and more profound. And they literally turn into the, "Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that just happened." Messages can come in the way of songs, cards, gifts, rainbows, words, quotes. When my father-in-law passed away, we kept getting a beautiful sign that he was present through a kookaburra. Then when my son was born, he was named after my father-in-law. And a week or so after his birth, we received a card from my parent-in-law's best friends. It had 2 kookaburras on the front. I called my mother-in-law and I said to her, "Have you told your friend about our kookaburra sign?" And she said, "No, why?" And I said, "I'll send you a photo of the card they just sent Rocco." My mother-in-law and I have now had so many wow moments that are so much bigger and more profound, but that simple leaning in and trusting that that was him has created these moments to come more rapidly. So as we wrap up this episode, I really want to share with you some key ways that you can start building your spiritual self-trust. If this is all new to you, I would encourage you to start with daily meditation or daily walks in nature where you have no music. Just allow time for your inner voice to come through. Then after your work, journal on any words that came through, stories, messages. What did you notice? What did you feel? Another one is a beautiful visualization practice, which will really help to strengthen your spiritual self-trust. My personal favorites for visualization are Dr. Joe Dispenza. These are probably quite advanced though, so if you're a beginner, I would encourage you to try Gabby Bernstein, Mindspo, or the Rise app. Oracle cards are another personal favorite and something that really helped me to build spiritual self-trust in the early days. Ask your card a question and pull it. Just have fun with it and really trust the message. Now, don't go asking anyone for external validation. I really just want you to trust these signs that you get. And then I want you to take action. Start small, but follow those little nudges that you're getting. Maybe it's texting an old friend you felt really called to message, speaking your truth in a vulnerable moment, or taking the first step towards the idea you had. Maybe you're going to sign up for the course you've been called to do. It's all of these micro moments that actually lead to the bigger, bolder moves as your self-trust grows.